underway in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Yellow! No! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl! Hey, 43, 15!
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, run him. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Switch. Check 52. Check 3, check 1.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well, but you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check 37. Go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's 2 really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch out. H3-2-18.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the green, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying. To take a shot, but it's third down.
It's third down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, let go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Zerline good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 9. Hill. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl. End the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's third down.
Ready?
Yards to go.
50. Check my 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Gun.
Now Newton. And James has it. That one good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
First down, a run with Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you.
Now Newton. And this one caught by Travis Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. On first down, it's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, Newton. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 35. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Next to score, Broncos 31, Chargers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And it's complete to Kelsey. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3 butt. 8.
Now Newton on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Man, I got you. Shift! Watch the shift! Sponge, sponge, sponge.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Butker is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is.
And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Smoke. That's a what? That's a what? Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Ain't no such.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. He completes it to Westbrook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Mike, check, 59, 59. Keep it up, defense. Hey, 57, 57.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Bucks it, Bucks it. 15, 15.
Now on second and 13, Mahomes. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
50's the mark. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they go back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He's got a first down and then some. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Kill.
At the 40-yard line.
Say, 80 weapon.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
Mahomes on the keeper.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Check the backer. Charlie.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. Second and goal.
Go, go, go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Denver, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packing room. Read a magazine while you wait for me.